Hey friends, how are ya? I am Trucker Ray. Welcome to my channel if you're visiting for the first time. I'm a Christian truck driver that drives the highways of North America and now into Mexico. And I love to share the gospel of Yeshua. And if you've been here before, welcome back. It's good to have my faithful YouTubers back with me once again. I hope you enjoyed the 10-year celebration video. Oh my gosh, it took me all year to put that together. I know it doesn't seem like a lot of work, but when you go through all those videos, it is a lot of work. So I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe even watched it a couple times. And hopefully the next 10 years, if we're driving that long, and I don't mean because whether I'm going to be driving that long, I'll drive as long as however long the Lord tells me to go. But the way our industry is going and the way everything is going around here, we may see our Lord before that happens, or who knows what will happen. This is why prayers is so desperately needed right now, more than ever, in today's society. If you are here for the first time, not to worry, you can let your children watch the videos with you, because you'll never hear anything inappropriate on my channel. Nothing that will be too sensitive for their ears. And we do love to share how the Lord works in my life every single day. So if you're a non-believer, and you are maybe had a bad experience with some kind of a religion in your life, all I ask is that you try to be patient with me. I don't share about the Lord because I'm trying to ram it down people's throat. I like to share it because it's a testimony to what He's done in my life. And if you are very new to the channel, this is the very first video you've ever watched, I encourage you to spend the time and go watch my two-part series on celebrating my 10 years as a driver. And it'll give you a better idea where I'm coming from and why I do share what I do about the Lord, because He's amazing. He's pulled me out of so many jams. He's given me strength through so many tragedies in my life, and I am the first one to say, no matter what happens in my life, I love the Lord with all my heart, and I can't wait to see Him. I can't wait to go home. Can't wait to go home. All right, friends, we are out here in Mississauga. The last trip brought me out here from Yuma, and I was delivering in Cambridge, and now we've been sitting at a truck stop for a couple days. They've been trying to work on getting me a load back, and they do have one for me now. I have to make my way to the Montreal area into Quebec, just outside of Montreal, the city downtown area of Montreal. We're heading to a yard there. I haven't confirmed it yet, where we're picking up a load, and it's going straight to New Westminster. So Ontario, right across, which is really good for excuse me, really good for me, because I don't like having to have all these stops all the time. It's nice just to be able to go straight through. That's where you really get your miles, when you get to drive 4 days at a time. I mean, I've been sitting here for a while trying to get a load, and Key West has been really working hard on arranging a load for me. So not having to stop in certain places and do little deliveries here and there makes a big difference, because now it'll take me about 4.5 days. This is including the time I have to go back there. So I'm going to say even 5 days. So today is, what is today? Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. So Saturday, do a reset, go back out. Or maybe I'll be there, yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Maybe I'll be there Sunday, and then I'll head back out on Monday or Tuesday or whatever. So we'll see what happens with that. But they're expecting some really lousy snowy weather in Canada this week, and hopefully we can get on our way before, or hopefully it passes by the time I get there, because I think it's supposed to start up. Actually, it's moving its way through the Calgary and the Prairie area right now, so hopefully by the time I get there, it's already long gone towards the Hudson Bay area. Let's hope for that. So I just finished my pre-trip on my truck and trailer, and we're gonna get out of here in about 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll make our way to Montreal. Now, my friends, I'm in South Glengarry or something like that. Where is this place? I gotta stop here and get my fuel before I end up at the TransX yard over there where I'm going to be loading, because once I leave there isn't going to be any fueling options when I head up towards Ottawa, because that's going to be the route we will go. This is a truck entry, even though the fuel pumps are that way, but what gives with that? Everything that seems a bit backwards. Whatever. These guys are going to be looking for parking spots, or are they looking for fuel island availability? We're going to be crawling through here, are we? Oh boy, we got a lot of... This could be a wait to get the fuel. But, yeah, so once we get over there, we're gonna... I already called the TransX yard, and they already told me what door they want me in, what they want me to set the reefer at, and etc, etc, etc. So, yeah. This is so funny, you know, going to a TransX yard. I haven't done this in a long time. Yeah, it's pretty funny actually. This is Ray with Key West, the driver, at the gate. Sure, I can leave in the morning, no big deal. Okay, or I can drop it. I'll make up my mind what I want to do. Okay, thank you. Yep, bye-bye. Okay. So I guess they're gonna load it, but who knows how long it'll take. So I can stay here in the yard for the night, or I can make my way out of here and go find a place to park. But I don't know any other place around here. I think there's a Tim Hortons around the corner. But this is kind of funny. If I actually stay the night here, this will be since 2015 that I actually stayed the night in a TransX yard. It's actually quite numerous. Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Not bad. Key West and Door 31?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just drop it and they'll call you when it's ready.
I have no idea where I would even go.
Okay, you drop there?
No, I mean, where would I go? Can I just stay with it, or?
What do you mean?
Stay with the trailer.
You can park here in the yard if you want. Because when we go to load, it's going to be bounce, bounce, bounce if you want that. If you want to stay hooked to it, you
doesn't bother me one bit.
Okay.
I can sleep through a train.
Okay. If you want to stay hooked to it, and then when I get all the freight, we'll start loading it.
Okay. So am I going to have to move it like when it's loaded, or is it okay till the morning when I get up?
It's fine till the morning. That's fine till you leave in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. Just let the lady know in the office.
I did. She knows.
Did? Okay. Perfect. Yep. Okay.
She's got my number and everything, and yeah.
All right. No problem.
All right. Thanks, my friend.
No problem.
That's kind of funny. I'd be bouncing up and down. That doesn't bother me. No. Actually, as a matter of fact, that'll put me to sleep. So we're set at 34 on here, which we should be. Yeah, and we're all good. So I'm just gonna make some dinner, and yeah, I'll also stay right here. No sense on unhooking if I don't need to, right? morning, friends. I am still over at the TransX yard out here in the Montreal area. And they loaded me last night, as you guys know. I didn't even feel anybody bumping me around. It's actually kind of funny. Didn't feel a thing. The guy last night's like, oh, you might be kept up from all the banging and moving around. That's not gonna bother me. Never did. As a matter of fact, I think I started noticing them bumping around and boom. Out like a light. Out like a light. Okay, apparently there's a scale over here. I hope we're not overweight. I really want to get moving today. Okay, 30, we're in pounds here. 34,360, which is good. Sure doesn't feel like 34. If there's a road, here we go. This is where it starts, right here. 40,000. 140. Okay, we're gonna have to slide some. We're gonna have to slide some weight. I think if we try 369. We got to slide it 4 pins back onto the drives. Okay, so what I will do is we'll get off the scale, because you never want to slide your axles when you're on a scale. So what we do, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put it right there. Boy, that's going to be close. Let's try it. All right, so we have adjusted it 4 pins, and we're going to see what we're at here. And I got a feeling it's still not enough. So let's take a peek. So this should be around 37,000 for the 17,000 kgs. So it's only at 35,400. I only moved it 1,000. That was pretty accurate, Ray. Not bad, but I'm gonna have to adjust it a little bit more, I think. Oh my word, are you kidding me? 38 now. Okay, we're overweight on the trailer. 800 pounds.
800 pounds.
Those are my weights.
Oh my.
So I need to have that moved over to
36, and you got your axle at 41?
right in between the bogies.
Put stuff in the back.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, we still got room on the trail, on the drives.
37.
So I'm back in 31.
Beautiful. I don't have a guy right now, but
Do you need that, or?
yeah.
Just tell you what, let me write the trailer number.
Tell him exactly he's gonna need a few skids probably.
You want to just write Key West down there so they know?
Yeah. 431, that's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it.
And I guess they'll come out and let me know when they're done?
Yeah. My guy should come here, fix it here shortly. I'll tell him to attack it right.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we finally got things done, and our weights are finally good. They had to rework the load twice, but they got it the second time around, so we're good. 3 hours later, yeah, we're good to go, and we're maxed out on our weights. So there is like, but at least I got fuel, top fuel. My fuel has been topped up already, so I don't have to worry about putting any more fuel in my vehicle. But yeah, everyone in here is pretty nice. Didn't have too many issues at all, just having to rework the load and all that. That was a bit of a pain in the butt, but oh well. If I'm being held up, there's usually a reason for it, right? That's the way I look at things. Alright, so we are on our way, and you and me. When I say we, me, myself, I, my Lord Yeshua, you guys, we're on our way. Because I am taking you guys with me. I have some miles ahead of me, probably very close to 13 hours of driving in today. I'm going to try to get to the Kenora rest area. So that is... yeah, that's going to be a good drive today. I don't expect to see a whole lot of colors today because it looks like all the leaves have already dropped, which is sad. I was hoping to see some nice yellow leaves, some birch trees, but I think the leaves are already dropped now. But it's kind of strange. It is 15 degrees out here. It's very nice. You can walk around in a regular shirt out here. You don't even need a jacket. It's so warm. So it's kind of sad that the leaves are gone already, but you know, there may be a few rogue trees out there that are saving their beautiful colors for the cameras. We'll see. We will see. Anyway, onward, upward, and onward towards Vancouver we continue here. My friends, I am in Nipigon. Gonna stop here, and this is where the Highway 11 and 17 meet up right here. This is where the traffic starts to get heavier now once I get onto this part here, because everybody's come up from the 11. That's the main route for a lot of drivers. I'd rather not take it. Too dangerous. Too many drivers want to kill you on that highway, so I stay off of that one. So we're not too far away from the Petra Pass up here, which has the Tim Hortons right next to it. And I want to stop and I've been wanting to stop and get a coffee for like almost a day and a half now. So at least I know there's parking here. But it's been a bit of I've been going now for just under 6 hours, and it's been such a slow grind, just dragging my butt up hills. This truck is extremely weak. The Volvo I had was so much more stronger when it came to pulling. It's going to take some time for me to get used to this truck. on just how hard it is for it to get up hills. Even in manual, it just kind of reminds me of the days of J&R Hall. That truck was really gutless. This one's not far off. I know a lot of companies will drop the power down on them for fuel reasons and all that, but it's painful. Anyhow, I see a Tim Hortons ahead, and hopefully there will be an opportunity to back into a parking stall up here, because there's two other options I've had to be able to stop, and I just couldn't get my truck anywhere near it. But I can see from here, because I got eyes like an eagle, that there is a spot for me to park. So I am going to do just that. You know what's so funny? I'm like, I need a coffee, but I don't drink caffeine, right? It's like, what do you need the coffee for? Because that is my excuse to get a peanut butter cookie. That's exactly what's going on here. That's what's going on, friends.
Hi. Can I get a large double decaf? Actually, you can make it an extra large, please.
An extra large
Double decaf with 2 peanut butter cookies, please. No, that's fine.
Is the 5-minute wait okay for the decaf?
Yeah, if it's fresh, sure.
Okay.
That's one thing about the decaf. You always get it fresh.
Exactly, right?
Oh, you know what? What is it additional for, like a shot of the pumpkin spice? Are you sure? I can give it to you. I have change. Okay.
It's only today, sir.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
My other one is
That's nice. All right. Got my decaf. I wonder if they remembered to put the pumpkin spice in there. Probably not, but that's okay.
Well, my friends, I'm just outside of the Thunder Bay area, and look, we got some sunshine, which is really nice because it's been very dark and gloomy most of the day for me. Ever since we started, it's been overcast. A little bit of rain here and there. We are into the sunshine now. There was a storm that was making its way over the Thunder Bay area about a couple hours before I made it here, and I guess it's passed. It didn't affect this area here, obviously, because the roads are completely dry. But when you're further in Thunder Bay, or a little bit east of Thunder Bay, you can see the roads are really wet. So we missed the storm, the rainstorm that rolled through, and we're now into sunshine, and this is a blessing. Wonderful blessing. I just hope this sticks around for a while. The rest of the trip would be nice. So anyway, we got about 5 hours left, and I'm really hoping to make it to a rest area that's just inside the Manitoba border. That's what I'm hoping for. And yeah, need to make up a little bit of time. I've been stuck behind a lot of slow vehicles since I started my day today. So what I mean by making up time is it'd be nice to do the speed limit like I'm doing right now again for a little while. Consistently. That would be ideal. Good morning, my friends. As you can see, I'm out in the Winnipeg area. I'm actually at the Headingley Flying J. I made it to the rest area just past the border last night, and it was pretty dark this morning, so I figured there was no sense on saying good morning to you when it was that early. You couldn't see anything I was doing anyway. Now that we're out in this area, we are okay, because now we got some sunlight. Well, at least we have some light, and it is a little on the chilly side out here, and they're expecting some really nasty weather to roll through a lot of these areas here. What I mean by that is Manitoba, Saskatchewan, even parts of Alberta today, but a lot of it's going to be heading north. So I'm hoping I can get through it, get past it before it makes it my way, or if it affects me. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Would love to get back to Langley without too many issues, but you know, it is, well, it's not technically winter, but you know, as a truck driver it is. When the leaves drop off the tree, November rolls around, that means it's November for truck drivers. So the cold weather is here, the snow is here, and Canada's getting their share of snow. My buddy Carl, hey Carl, shout out to you, my friend, out in the Saskatchewan area. He's dealing with snow, and a few other of my friends are shoveling it too, so out in Alberta and that, so haven't really had to deal with much of it. So if I have to deal with snow, well, you know what, that's probably I'm due I'm due to be dealing with it. So but anyway, if everything goes well today, I hope to make it to Red Cliff, which is just outside of Medicine Hat. That would be nice to make it there. You can see the clouds over there. Just when you see the sky looking white and like bluish white like that, that's never a good sign. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll do the best we can today, I guess. We'll see what we're in store for. As for weather, while we drive along these beautiful roads in the Winnipeg area, amazing how nothing has changed. They just won't repair these roads year after year after year. They just leave them like this. I can't remember the last time they paved these roads. Anyway, all right, my friends, onward we go. Onward we go. Another day of driving. Getting a little bit of snow here to deal with, and it's already sticking to my wipers. It's funny how it only happens on the wiper that you need to see through. Just ridiculous. That side, perfect. They gotta have the steering wheel on this side. That's what they need. Oh well. I'll just warm up the windshield and maybe I can get the stuff to get it to melt off the windshield. Yeah. So yeah, no, we're getting a little bit of snow. First real snow for me of the year. Well, for this campaign of winter. And yeah, it's about 2 degrees. It's not too bad. I don't know how excuse me, how much worse this will get. How far it goes. But it's not sticking to the crowns, they're okay. As long as it's not sticking too much to the wiper blades, we'll be okay. Because when they start sticking to the blades, you just can't see out your windshield. That makes it really miserable. So these are summer blades. When I get back to the yard, I'm going to ask them to put on winter blades or give me a set and I'll put them on. And so we're ready to go for the winter. Yeah. So I wanted to get to Brooks tonight. I still might. We'll see what happens. That would be a really good day of driving if I get to Brooks in Alberta. That would be ideal. But if it stays like this the whole way, I can live with this. This is all right. Having to go a little bit slower because the weather conditions on the road have gotten a little bit worse. It is slippery out there, and it doesn't help when you have the wind blowing the way it is. It's turning the road into a sheet of ice. So to drive any quicker than you need to on here is foolish. So I'm doing about 45-50 miles an hour because it's pretty well in a straight line. But some areas you got to slow down a little more where the corners are. You just take your foot off the accelerator a little bit. I have my truck in manual mode because this is an automatic truck. I'd rather have a manual transmission. But so yeah, I've usually put it in manual mode, shift manually. So the reason why is because if you're going down a hill and you slow down, your truck is going to drop gears, and you don't want that happening. You want full control over what gear it's in, because it will literally spin you out. It could drop two gears down, and then you got a problem. And I'm just having one heck of a time right now trying to keep the snow off my wiper blades. They're just, yeah, these are terrible. But yeah, I do apologize if you can't see a whole lot through there because of the water that's on there, but I can't seem to get the ice off of my blades. So I'm going to overtake this guy here because he's being extra cautious. Look how close he's driving to the guy in front of him. See, that's silly. When the conditions are like this, you don't drive that close to the guy, you know, that close to the guy in front of you. You just don't. Some might say, well, that's not that far. Well, you're supposed to be 2 tractor trailer lengths in between. Right now, I'm lining up to him. It's not even 1 tractor trailer length. Okay, now it's 1. So yeah, he's still too close, especially in these road conditions. This guy spins out or hits his brakes for whatever reason, because a lot of people will get nervous when they start the slide and they'll hit their brakes, which is the worst thing you can do, because that's when you jackknife. When you start the slide, it's actually better off to make sure you're in manual mode and accelerate a little bit, which will straighten you out. Might give you a little bit of a rush, but it will straighten you out. So now that I don't have those guys in front of me, I can pick it up a little bit here. Yeah, this is probably going to be going on all the way to Medicine Hat. But it's okay, you know what? I've got 3.5 hours left. It's only just under 2 hours to Medicine Hat. If I'm doing 47 miles an hour, I'll still make it. And it's getting a little... See, that's the problem with being out here on the prairies. When the wind is blowing like that, it's just blowing all the snow from the field onto the road. I mean, it's really not even snowing all that much. It's blowing more of the snow of anything. I mean, it's snowing, but see now, look, now that we're past that hill, the visibility is really good. As soon as you get up to one of those hills, it's either gonna protect you or block the snow from getting to you, or it's gonna end up icing the road. I mean, it's only 0 degrees Celsius. Some might say, well, that's not that cold. Yeah, but when you got the wind blowing on it like that, that's about -5 on that road there, and it will turn it ice. So you got to be careful. So if you're new to this industry and you're out for your very first winter, only go to what you feel comfortable with. If there's people around you pressuring you to go faster, just let them go around you. Don't let anyone ever pressure you. I made a lot of people angry when I first started driving because I'm like, listen, I'm not going to drive beyond my comfort level. Forget it. You want to get into the ditch sooner? Go for it. Yeah, we're doing about 25 miles an hour right now because the weather right now is outrageous. These roads are so slippery. I see an opportunity up there to stop, I'm stopping. This wind is literally blowing me over to the next lane. These roads are so slippery right now. Literally, I was turning my wheel like this, over this way, just trying to correct it, while some four-wheeler was trying to pass me on the left. I'm like, hey, if I run into you, buddy, it's not my fault. But it is really, really slick, and it's not safe to drive, and I'm pulling over. This is as far as I'm gonna go. I'm not driving another 100 mile like this. No way. That is not gonna happen. There is a service station over there. I don't know if these roads are gonna be any better tomorrow, but hey, this is crazy. This is insane how slippery it is. It doesn't help when you have the wind blowing on the road like that. It turns it into a sheet of ice. Yep, you just gotta know when to stop, and it is time to stop. I was gonna pull over in Swift Current, but I should have stopped there, but it's okay. As long as I get to pull over and stop, there's some guy pulling out there, I'll just pull right in where he went. Wow. I don't think I've seen the roads that icy before, where you're literally, the wind is literally pushing you over. Yeah, I'm just gonna give the office a call and let them know I'm done. It is too dangerous to drive out there right now. And I'm sure they will be more than happy to agree with me.
Was it just me, or were you sliding too?
Yeah, at 10 miles an hour, I mean... Like,
isn't that insane?
It's insane.
I
It's
am,
a hockey ring right
I am
now.
fully loaded.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, I'm doing this to my steering wheel, and I'm like,
Yes,
what the hell?
exactly. You keep going straight.
I'm like, I'm pulling over.
Exactly. I tried to slow down here. I noticed that back there, I was going eastbound. I started braking and I missed this turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was going like, what, 20 kilometers an hour, and I missed the turn.
I know.
I tried to stop on the second U-turn, missed the turn again. This time I was going like 10 kilometers an hour.
I know, that's insane, huh?
Yeah, it's
I know, I've never seen it that
me
bad.
neither, me neither.
Yeah, we're gonna see a few accidents here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
For sure. Yeah.
good thing you're safe.
Yeah. Looks like the snow is going to be here till 5 a.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going to be snowing apparently. And
Yeah, but the wind, how long is
the wind is going to be till 7 a.m.
Oh, really?
It's going to only drop in 20 miles an hour around 7 a.m.
Because it's the wind that's causing the problem, right?
Exactly.
You can drive on this, but you can't drive on it when it wants to push you into the ditch.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Also, I want to ask, am I blocking you? Are you going to be able to drive out?
Oh, I can get out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
All right.
I'm just grateful I'm not in a ditch right now.
Exactly. I'd rather stay here.
Yeah. Talking to 3 or 4 other drivers. They're all saying the same thing. Too dangerous. Well, I got my dinner ordered. I'm going to settle in. And, yeah. Settle in and shut her down for the night. Ooh. My hands are freezing. It's always the fingertips that get me the worst. They had the whole highway closed here last night. It's still closed going eastbound. But it's open going westbound, and it's supposed to start snowing again. So, meet a whole bunch of other guys. They're like, that's our cue, let's get out of here. The roads are still somewhat ice covered, but the good thing about it is that the wind is not here anymore, so it ain't gonna be blowing us off the road. Whew. Wow. Whenever my hands get cold, it's always the tip of my fingers. I don't know, does anybody else deal with that too, or does I just have bad circulation on my fingers? Oh man, my entire body can be frozen. I feel fine. It's the tips of my fingers. Wish I could just dip this into some nice warm water. That might not be so good though. Oh man, what a night. My truck was rocking and rolling all night. The wind was blowing like crazy. So I'm glad I went as far as I did, because if I would have stayed in swift current, it still would have been a closed highway out there because the highway was closed. So let's see if we can get out of our spot here before we get moving. Yeah, that's the brakes locked, or that's, should I say, the tires themselves. Oh boy, we may have to lock everything up to get out of here. Let's back up a little bit here. Ooh, not good. All right, let's see. Come on, relax. Come on, baby. I love it when you can lock them up. Look how much easier that is now. Beautiful, huh? It's like four-wheeling. Well, I guess we technically almost are. Woo, baby! Something else. Gee, I wonder if that guy down there, that tanker, wonder if he's having any issues, or is he just not taking that turn yet because he's waiting for that guy. But I got a feeling he's having a struggle. So that's an indication for me, when you get to that corner, Ray, just keep going.
driving through Marble Canyon on the 93 heading up to Radium because this is the detour we need to take because Kickin' Horse is closed, as I was mentioning earlier. And the last time I came through here, I can't remember the last time I came through here. I think it was, maybe it was last year when I was heading home for Christmas, but it was really dark out, so we couldn't see anything. But today, maybe I've been here since then, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Look at how beautiful this is. Everything is covered in white. And the roads are nice and clear. Just stunning. I don't mind driving in the wintertime when it looks like this. It's just so beautiful, isn't it? And we're going to see a whole lot of this because BC has been getting hit with a lot of snow lately. So I got a feeling this is going to be a very white trip through the province. And now we're officially making our way through British Columbia now. We just crossed from Alberta into BC. And we'll even get a chance to see a little bit of Radium Hot Springs, which is such a cute little, cozy little town. My sisters would say it's livery. It's very, very nice. Very charming little place. So, let's just sit back and enjoy the run here. It's about an hour detour, but it's a beautiful ride. Just about in Radium. We're on the outskirts of Radium Hot Springs, and road conditions have been nice. It's been bare and dry on the road, and just the scenery has been just stunning, hasn't it? It's just gorgeous. Turn that off. I got somebody behind me now. It's always good to have those four-ways on when you're crawling up a hill or you're going down a hill slow, just to warn the person behind you that you're slower, unless you got someone behind. In my case, I got a couple people behind me, so no point on annoying yourself with the tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. It'll drive you bonkers. You gotta listen to that long enough. That's why it's so stressful sometimes cruising up the Coquihalla Highway and climbing those hills. Some of those hills can go on for like 10-15 minutes or longer, and you're listening to that tick-tock, tick-tock. It's like you start to lose it a little bit, right? Yeah, but it is no doubt gorgeous out here. So we're just about ready to make our way into the Radium Hot Spring area, and the last time I came through here, as I said before, it was very dark. So this time we're going to get a really nice view of this charming place, and just really nice the way you come through here. And there are a lot of bighorn sheep in this area too, so you got to be careful, because they do like to sit on the side of the road and they lick the salt on the side of the road, and they won't move, so you got to pay attention. You know, I have to admit that this area here we're driving in is one of the nicest areas you'll ever drive through. All the way up to 93 here, right from Highway 1 down to Lake Louise, Banff area, right through here is some of the nicest area you'll ever drive through in the province. In the summertime, there's a lot of things to do up here: camping, hiking, you name it. In the wintertime, there's the hot springs, there's probably some skiing up here that I don't know of. Also hiking, snowmobiling, there's just so much to do. And I'd take you guys through here if you've never seen it here. Oh, that's a hot spring right there. Oh man. You can see the steam coming up. People are in the pool. Oh, wouldn't that be nice, huh? No, I wouldn't mind that. And there's a lot of hot springs here in this area. Jeez. Oh yeah. Can you imagine that? Going camping, or should I say in the wintertime. Some people do that. They go camping in the wintertime. They do their snowmobiling and their quadding and that. And then you end your day by sitting in a hot tub, but it's an actual hot spring. Wouldn't that be something else? That would be neat. All right, we're not quite at the village yet. We're getting there. That was just one of the resorts, hot spring resorts in that little spot there. This area right here in the winter time is very treacherous when it gets really icy through here, and there's a lot of accidents through here in this little area, so you got to be careful coming through here. We're slowly but surely crawling our way up to the top of Rogers Pass, and yeah, we're getting a little bit of dusting, a little bit of snow. It's nothing major, but the roads are still relatively shiny. A little bit on the slippery side. We're getting a little bit of a dusting up here. I figured I'd drive with you guys a little bit here. I always get a kick when I go through this tunnel here. You can see on the top of it all the pieces missing out of there from these taller trailers that have made their way through here that didn't check to see the height of their trailer. Yeah. I've seen car carriers come through here where they're almost scraping the top of that thing, just driving a little too fast, bouncing around, and hate to see what the vehicle looks like by the time they get to the other side. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do when it comes to four-laning this, because I can only assume that they're going to keep this. Oh, we got a little bit more snow here. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with this, because they're either going to build something on the other side and make this a 2-lane, or I don't know. It's going to be really fascinating to see what they're going to do with this. Well, we're getting some snow up here on the top of Rogers. It's going to get a little wider once we get out of the last snow shed there. And And then on the other side is a hill that you want to be very careful when you're going down. A lot of guys have lost it. No point on having that light on there. You can't see me really that well anyway with that light. And the nice thing is, since I've been climbing up here, I haven't had to lock anything up, which is good. But it's nice to have that little feature there in case you need to lock up your differential, lock up your rear axles, just to help you get up the hill a little better. So I do believe we got one more tunnel to go through. And then we'll be making our stretch to the top of the pass. Some might say, "Oh man, how can you drive in this stuff? Like, aren't you nervous?" You know what? You do have a bit of an adrenaline going, because you just don't know what's going to happen out here, and it's always good to have adrenaline going. I'd rather be extra cautious and a little bit nervous than overconfident, because when you're overconfident, that's when you start making mistakes. So I'd rather, yeah, we can turn that off now. Alright, so we're on the other side, and it's dark. Yeah, it's pretty nice out here this morning. Good morning. I'm out here at one of my favorite rest areas here in the Columbia Shoe Swap area, the Last Spike Rest area, better known as the Craigalanchi area. Gotta release my brakes first. It's easier to go that way. Had a really good rest last night. I think I finally caught up on my sleep because of the excuse me, lack of time difference driving in Ontario and the 3-hour difference I'm used to. I lost a little bit of sleep over the last few days, so it was nice to catch up on it. Yeah, I'm leaving a little bit later. It's almost 8 o'clock, so I just needed the rest. And I ran out of hours. I only had like 30 minutes left, so I figured I'm not even going to waste my time going up to Shoe Swap. We're in the Shoe Swap, right? To Sycamoose, to the Husky, because there would have not been much option to park in there probably. And as you guys probably know, I just don't like sharing a bathroom with 50 other truck drivers. I just don't. I'd rather come here, and as you can see, look over to the left there. There's not a single truck on that entire rest area here. I had the whole place to myself. Me and a couple ravens that were running around. It's flurrying a little bit out here. You know, one thing I was noticing too, it's too bad, I wish I would have had my other camera out, because it has a really good zoom. Right on the top of the mountain up there. I'm walking around, I'm walking on the bottom, I'm looking around and just admiring the mountain, and I can see a light up there, and I'm like, what is that? And I'm taking a look up there, and I'm like, that's either a vehicle up there, or it's a logging truck and his crew up there loading his truck with logs. Or there's a crew up there working on the loading, or working on the logging road. And I just thought, wow, is that ever neat to see that way, way, way down from where I'm at? Like, I wonder what it looks like from up there for them, right? And again, nobody around in the morning. I love having an entire place like that all to myself. It's very nice. Well, friends, we have, and I say we, I mean you and me, we got about 5.5 hours left before we get to the Lower Mainland. I haven't figured out yet whether I'm taking this directly to TransX or whether or not I'll be taking it to our yard because it doesn't deliver until tomorrow morning at 2 a.m. and I'll be there long before that happens. So yeah, I haven't figured out where I'm going from there, but I also need to make up my mind which route I'm going to go, because last night the Kokala Highway got hit really good with snow, and also so did the Canyon Highway 1 going through Yale, and Cache Creek got some snow, Linton got snow, and all that area in there. So that's probably one of the reasons why I waited a little bit this morning to go anywhere. Give the other drivers a chance to make some marks in the snow. And the snow has stopped now. I looked at the cams, because you can look at those highway cams, which is really nice. So it stopped. Now it's just a matter of the crews getting out there and doing their work, and the other vehicles driving through there, and hopefully the temperature is warming up a little bit where the snow can melt. I might take the Canyon. We'll see. Like I said, the Coke looked really bad. And it's not that I don't want to go through the Coke because of that I don't want to drive in the snow. I mean, you're going to drive in the snow no matter when, you know, no matter where you go in the wintertime. It's just dealing with the other drivers. Again, there's a lot of unexperienced drivers in BC that drive back and forth. Very scary drivers, actually. I can't find a better word for that. And I think anybody that's driven this route will agree with me. Scary drivers. Very dangerous drivers. And I also have a very, very, very heavy load on. And if the roads aren't properly plowed, I really don't feel like getting out and chaining up. I just don't. And they did have the chain up lights on between, what was it? Merritt to Kamloops going northbound. Clapperton. I seen that this morning. I'm like, oh, you don't see that on there you don't see that chain up on there, on that hill on very often. And if it is, that means it's really, really bad. They really had got a lot of snow. So I can't spit out words properly this morning. I just can't. I got to shut up now. So let's make our way a little closer to Kamloops, and we'll make up our mind what we're going to do. Like I said, once we get a little bit closer, because Highway 1 and the Kokala Highway meet up there in Kamloops, and I'm either going to go towards Cache Creek or I'm going to go towards Merritt. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. I'm making my way up the hill here, heading south on Highway 1 in Kamloops, and they seem to have a fair amount of sand on the road here, which is good because these roads are not very good. The weather, from me starting out today, going through Salmon Arm and Chase, Sorrento before that, Pechard, the roads are just not very good. They're just not. And it doesn't help when you have the blowing wind. I'm blowing snow in the wind, and right now it's not too bad now. But back there, it was really, really bad. You couldn't see much. And my wiper blades, as usual, are just totally caked in ice. There's no point in even using them because they're useless right now. Fortunately, what I did was I just cranked up my heater on my defrost and just tried to dry up any condensation, any moisture that was on my windshield. I mean, I haven't had to lock anything up right now so far, so I just want to get to the top of this hill, and I'm going to stop at the scale and then try to determine which way I'm going to go, whether I'm going to go through the canyon or whether I'm going to go up the Coquihalla Highway, because there's not a whole lot of trucks heading up or down. Now, a lot of guys are making a choice not to go anywhere. On the bottom of the hill, there was a tanker that hauls milk. He was chaining up. He didn't even want to attempt to even try to climb this hill without his chains on. But it's not bad right now. It's not too bad. He might be empty too. Maybe that's why he was chaining up. Because when you're empty and you don't have that weight on your drives, it can be a little bit difficult. But so far, I haven't had anybody in front of me that I've had to try to get around, so it's not too bad. I'll tell you one thing though. It sure keeps your adrenaline going and it keeps you awake. It's been like that for me ever since, oh my goodness, ever since I left Kamloops, Winnipeg yesterday. Oh, we got one guy up here on the side of the road. I spoke too soon. I wonder if he's having a problem getting up the hill, because he's got no weight on that trailer of his. He's just got a scissor lift on the back. Come on, baby. Just keep going. Yeah. He has no weight at all on his drives. He was probably spinning out. Oh yeah, he's putting his chains on. Jeez. I don't think I've seen it this bad on here in Kamloops for a long, long time. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen anybody on this hill chaining up. A lot of snow. A lot of snow just got dumped down here in the last 24 hours. Yeah, you got guys chaining up to go down the hill. What does that tell you? What a day this is turning out to be. Jeez. Boy, did I pick a wrong time to come through here. I made it up the hill. Ugh, if that tells you anything how bad that hill is. I got up the hill, thank God. And I mean that, thank you God. That's just crazy. So I'm gonna pull over up here. I'm gonna knock all the ice off of my wiper blades, because if I have to go up the coke, I'm gonna make sure my blades are good. But if it's really that bad, oh my gosh, I don't know which is gonna be a safer route to go here. Oh boy. Well, I looked on my Drive BC here, and the problem is I'm just under a half a tank of fuel. If I go through the canyon, that means I'm going to end up, it's going to take an extra hour for me to get through there. But right now, Yale looks nice, all that area looks good. Boston Bar looks good. Spence's Bridge. Yeah. Dufferin doesn't look too bad. I don't know, that may be the way to go. But it's going to be an extra hour. But that's not that big of a deal. I might just go that way, just to be on the safe side. Well, friends, I have decided to go through the canyon because I looked at some of the cameras on the Coquella Highway, and it looks really, really nasty up there. Just a lot of snow on the roads. Doesn't look like they've plowed much. They still have the chain up in effect eastbound on Clapperton, which is leaving Merritt. So I just didn't think it was going to be a good idea. I mean, no, that doesn't affect me going southbound, but if the road is that bad going up the hill, it's going to be that bad going down the hill. So I figured, you know what? I think I'll just go this way. It's not a whole lot of a delay to go this way. And it just might be a little bit more relaxing for me and a little bit more of a scenic view. I just kind of want to relax a little bit, to be honest with you. The last two and a half days have just really been nail biting. I tell you, I cannot wait to get back to the yard. well, I'm glad that's all over with. Trailer's been delivered, everyone's happy, and now I am done. I am done, and I am on official reset. And I am so tired and so hungry right now. The last 2.5 days have been very, very stressful. I'm glad it's over with. So we're gonna wrap things up, friends. I hope you enjoyed the ride. It was really good to have you here. And we'll do it again very, very soon on our next trip. So let me say God bless you all in the precious name of Yeshua. Until next time, bye for now.